Happy high vibrations. And may your mind, body, and soul work as one whole. I'm preparing some energy body batteries, some tape and some shells in preparation for many sales. You know why? Because people are starting to realize that everything that's happening is not really our fault. And when I say our, I mean we, the people. I made a video about the pole shift. I alluded into the video that I believe that this pole shift is false. And so, I did some studying and some research about pole shifts and learned that a natural pole shift, number one, Earth's electromagnetic field would be depleted. And without a magnetic field, we wouldn't have any protection from the UV rays that the sun puts out, the sun's radiation. We would suffer all sorts of electronic breakdowns in the system, so we wouldn't basically be able to use anything that's computerized. We would have massive sudden climate change and earthquakes and all sorts of other crazy disruptions, and it would be just instantaneous. It would just be like immediate. And you know what that would create? That would create all sorts of chaos in the streets. So, in thinking that, we're still here. And if anybody's watching this video who's in the southern hemisphere, can you confirm which way your toilet is turning? Because ours here in North America is turning south. So that's another piece of evidence that supports my hypothesis, which is that if satellite technology and microwave technology are magnetically charged in the atmosphere, and the CO2s that are released into the atmosphere from powering our tools and our lifestyle, and the digging and extraction of metals and minerals in the earth, is causing Earth to weaken and lower its ability to generate piezoelectricity. Then climate change, global warming, all the chaos, all the disabilities, disorders, and demons are created by man, not nature. If that's the case, it's a whole new ball game. because we really, really, really got to think. How can we stop this? And why would it be false? Well, let's think about it for a moment. Because if it's false and we have an adversary, which is the Antichrist, Lucifer, Satan, and all evil works, working through all entities, places, and things, then why not? Why not create this atmosphere where we have all these different satellite technologies and everything that you can think of generating free radical protons that actually convert and magnetically charge Earth, providing an atmosphere where other technologies and things can be used, to create an environment of harm. I mean, we very well know they're trying to blame Russia and accuse Russia of, having an EMP attack on the United States, right? They already have that theory out there that Russia might, launch a bomb and shut America down, North America down. But, I mean, if we're having a pole shift and Earth, in order to, achieve that, then, we would have to basically be subject to the increased radiation of the sun, which then affects all electronics. I mean, the Antichrist, Lucifer, Satan can basically just use this as an opportunity to create war amongst the nations. And even having these people have weapons that create the exact same type of havoc as a real pole shift would create. Now, the last time Earth went through a pole shift was like 700,000 years ago. That's a crazy long time. And if Earth's North Pole is actually shifting further north, then why is my toilet bowl going counterclockwise? When you Google this, there's all sorts of crazy, silly answers to this. Oh, your toilet bowl is too much of a body of water, small body of water to really be accurate. You know what? Hey, it's not hard to figure out how old I am. But, being from the 70s, I was used to my toilet going clockwise all the time. And this was even in school. They taught it, in science, physics, grade 2, 3, 4, whatever. In North America, your toilet goes clockwise because you're in the northern hemisphere, right? When you go down to the southern hemisphere, the toilet bowl goes counterclockwise, right? But we all know that the high frequencies flow in a clockwise rotation. Okay, this is just the way that it is. You can't have something go the opposite way and still be good. It's good for the opposite, and in this case, death. So what this energy is doing, what the situation is doing, is creating a decaying. Okay, it's decaying. It's like acid. It's like rust. It's like we're full of metals, and this is basically frequency is making us rust inside. And everything that we're consuming metal salts, right? That's all we're doing is we're constantly, constantly taking in metal salts in our foods, and the junk foods, and the pops, and everything is in metal, so it's absorbing, right? So it's extremely, extremely important to increase your electromagnetic field. Okay, you have to do this spitefully. and, you know, purchasing one of these EBBs. For $25. I'm telling you, it's amazing. Get all these crystals. Let's see if you can see. All sorts of chips inside there. Got the magnets, the metals, the resins, you know. It's very, very, very important. This is serious, serious stuff. If Earth's electromagnetic field is being depleted, what do you think's happening to yours? Right? You gotta be drinking your chaga tea. You got to be pumping in kefir. Get probiotics in your stomach. Right? You got to be drinking some really good water. Water's the #1 thing. If you can get some water that is, sorry about that. If you can get some water that, you know, is chlorine free, just work wonders for you. If you can get running water, real spring water, that's amazing. You know, I'm basically thinking, since water is a big hot topic, you should definitely try to find a farmer who has a well and ask them for some water. You know, give them, you know, a few bucks for getting the water for you. It'll be well worth it. If you know me, you're close to me, I got amazing water. I get my water from the spring, and I also have a well that's 200 feet deep. Taps into some really pure water. I have tested as well. So getting water is not a problem. You just have to maybe go for a little drive out of town. But that's very, very important and something that you can do. And as you move around and you start to meet people and you talk to people and you're relating on a health basis, this is culture, you know. This spreads, you know, cultures spread, right? I got my dog wanting to come in. Yeah. Well, don't forget, Masterpiece Factory The Farm, art by CAC, IDenounceSatan.com, EMF radiation. What we need to do, we need to get together. We need to not even try to negotiate this. We're going to be aware. We need to be very disciplined about our cell phone usage. And we need to really stand up for Earth, because this affects everybody. Only death can live now. And unless you want to side with death, it's not something that we can continue to do. Thanks for watching. Happy vibrations, and may your mind, body, and soul work as one whole.